Hello Capricorn, and welcome to your video for the week of November 13th through 19th, 2023. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to see you here. I hope you find this reading resonates with you. And if you're a returning person, welcome back. This reading is going to be for those who are Capricorn, either sun sign. It could be your rising sign, it could be your moon sign, or some other very significant Capricorn placement in your chart. You may find that this reading applies to you. Now, this is a week that's going to be very, very interesting because we have a new moon in Scorpio coming up on Monday, which is when this is going to be released, which can make for some really intense energy and some intense changes this week. So let's see what comes up for you. If you're not familiar with the way I do things on this channel, I use the Cartouche deck to lay out what they call an astrological spread. And with that, I will clarify it with a tarot deck. And in this case, I'm going to be using the Aleister Crowley Thoth deck for the week. So let's see, what do we have for, actually, I don't want to do it that way. I want to do it this way. What will we have this week for Capricorn? That's interesting. Okay, so far we have some really interesting things going on. Okay, so we've got all our cards out. So Capricorn, let's see. Let's begin at the first house, which is the house of Aries. Aries has to do with your personality, with how you present yourself to the world, your identity, the kinds of things you're doing to work on yourself in particular. And it's interesting because we have the twins with the Seven of Wands. Now the twins, usually when it shows up in the first house, this indicates an influence of another person. So you may be reflecting the personality of another person, you may be doing things, or you may be changing things about yourself based on the influence of another person. There's definitely this idea that something is happening in tandem with someone else, or maybe you are simply identifying right now as, in some way, as the partner of another person, whether that be a romantic partner, whether that be a business partner. There's definitely the sense of feeling like an identification with another person. You have it with the Seven of Wands. So this is a card of defensiveness, of kind of being in a bubble, so to speak. And there's really two ways to potentially look at this card. One could be saying that maybe you feel like you're under attack and you need to stand your ground. So you may be pulling away from people and kind of staying in your own space because you don't want any nonsense from the outside world. This could also mean, though, that that you actually do need to stand your ground, that you are right about something and you don't need to let others potentially influence you. So this could also be a kind of a conflict. You could be listening to what others say about a situation, and this may be telling you, stand firm in what you know is true. So take it as it resonates. Second house looks really excellent. This is a house of Taurus, and it's a house of finances. And of course, you have cards that are very much dealing with Taurus here. You have the Earth card from Cartouche, and you have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is the money card in the money house. So this definitely indicates to me that there's money coming in, perhaps a new financial opportunity. Maybe for some of you, it's a new job or a new income stream, or just the beginning of seeing money coming in for something. For example, if you've had a business for a while and maybe you've not been seeing any income, this could be saying, okay, now this is going to start. But aces are always a start, so it's just the beginning of something. It's not the end of it. And this does seem to indicate the steady growth of something and of your resources. So this is an excellent omen for finances for this week, especially if you've been worried about money. Now, your third house has to do is Gemini energy. This has to do with communications. And this is also a house connected to siblings, to your community, to self-effort. So if you have your own business, this would apply. And it may also have to do with, I think what was the other thing I'd said? Short journeys, short-term trips. And of course, it's messages of all kinds because it's Mercury. And of course, we have the message card in the house of messages. And we have it with the Ankh. So for somebody, this is actually going to be a message of love. Okay, this could be something you've been waiting to hear from. You may be waiting to hear from somebody about something. The Eight of Wands is sometimes known as the Arrows of Love card. So it brings, it says swiftness at the bottom, if you can read it. Be backwards on here probably, but if you see swiftness, yeah, it's the idea of messages coming in very, very fast. And so there's a strong love connection here. Now, if that is not a thing for you, if you're not looking for love, if this is not the angle of it that applies, then this would certainly indicate messages coming in about something that is very important to you. Ankh has to do with that which makes us feel alive, that which brings us joy, and with love being a part of that, or just being able to do something that you love. But nonetheless, it just feels like there's a very, very good message or messages coming in this week that are going to bring about something that you have been wanting or desiring. So take it as it resonates. Once again, as I always say, fourth house has to do with your house, your home, your domestic situation, potentially your mother. And I've mentioned that because you have the mother card in the mother house. This is the Empress. So there could be something around somebody's mother. We have it with the Scarab card, which represents a change. So I don't know. I don't know if this means somebody's mother is having a change of circumstance, the way they might be moving. If there's been some kind of a situation that is problematic with somebody's mother, then this could indicate a change to that situation, hopefully a change for the better. Scarab usually is a change for the better. It suggests a situation coming to an end and a new one beginning. For some people, this could actually have to do with a move of house. Maybe somebody's moving their mother or moving in with their mother. I don't know. But if your mother is not involved in this at all, then the Empress in this case would indicate, again, this is another abundance card. It's another Taurus card like we see in this second house. So there may almost be the suggestion of changes that one might be able to make to their home because maybe they have the finances now, or a situation in which you are planting seeds and waiting for something to grow, figuratively or literally. But there's definitely changes around the home and environment, and for some people it will have to do with their mother. Fifth house has to do with Leo energy, and Leo energy is about creativity. It's about love affairs. And it's about children potentially as well. And we have the Lotus card here with the Aeon, which is the card of judgment. And so this indicates that you may be waking up to a particular situation. There's decisions that have to be made. With the Lotus card, the Lotus would indicate that there may be an anxiety about a situation, and it's advising you to relax, to have peace of mind, to try to just stay centered in where you are, and to make any decisions from that particular perspective. I feel like there's going to be an awakening. So again, given what this house is, this could have to be about somebody who, either if you're single, who you're interested in, if you are in an unlegalized relationship with somebody, it may be about that. It could be about your child, if you have children, potentially, not necessarily. Or it could just be about some way in which you are expressing yourself creatively or something that you're doing. So yeah, there's definitely a sense of awakening here and perhaps a relieving of stress with regard to something or a need to relieve stress. Okay. Sixth house is Virgo energy, and this has to do with your health. It can have to do with a job, potentially. Can have to do with domestic animals, pets, things like that. And it also can have to do with anxieties and worries. This is everything that's covered by the sixth house with Virgo. And you have, so you have Isis. So this is the card of, again, there's a very strong mothering element to this. It's a card of patience. So again, if this has to do with somebody's mother here, this could indicate worries about the mother. Prince of Wands is the King of Wands, in the other decks that we have. Crowley always does Prince, Princess, and he does, Princess, knight, queen, prince, right, instead of page, knight, queen, king. So this is the equivalent of the king. And of course, the King of Wands is somebody who goes after what they want. Like if they want something, they're determined to go out and get it. Like there's not going to be any stopping that person from getting what they want. So you could be, this could have to do with another person that comes into play for you, or this could be you. I mean, this could be you just full of vitality and energy, which we're seeing here in this house. You may be, and the fact that it's the prince and not the knight indicates that you are kind of going full speed and you are at the top of your game, okay? If it's the knights tend to have to do with energies where we're ready to charge ahead, but we still have obstacles to face. This is the idea of finally being able to manifest something. Again, whether it has to do with a project, if this has to do with a job, maybe this is going to have to do with a new job for some people, or just really going full tilt at the one that you have. If it has to do with a health matter, then there's this idea. I would say this would have to do with self-care and this increase in vitality and energy and the ability to do a lot of things, to have energy. So I think very good overall, but I think there could just be some, there could be just some issues around things where you'd be best to take a time out and get some self-care for yourself, because I feel like Isis is definitely a nurturing kind of a card. It could also be that you've been very, very intense and you need to really sit down and take a break. So again, seeing the Lotus card here in the 5th house, it leads me to believe that there may be some kind of stressing about a particular situation or about finishing or fixing a particular situation related either to health or to a job. Though in the house of worry, it could be worries about a lot of things. Okay. 7th house is Libra, and this has to do with partnerships. So usually legal partnerships. So it could be a business partnership, it could be a marriage, some other kind of arrangement. Now this is interesting because you have winged disc and you also have the 7 of Swords, which is called the card of futility. Now 7 of Swords usually comes up when there's some kind of sabotage in a situation, or when somebody's not giving you the full information about something. If it's like somebody's kind of approaching something through the back door, so to speak. They're not being direct about something. Or it could also mean that if you are having an issue with a partner, that you're best to not approach the situation directly. Or you may be discovering something that person's keeping from you for whatever reason. We have it with the wing disc. So this is a sun disc, so it does eventually shine light on a situation. And it is a good card for overcoming obstacles. So I feel like there may be a truth that's going to be coming out in a relationship, or a situation that maybe has not been fully discussed is now going to reveal itself. And again, it's got to do with a business relationship, or it could do with a personal one. 8th house is Scorpio energy. And we're having this new moon in Scorpio, and this is the house of transformation. And wow, you have got the 10 of Swords with the pyramid. So 10 of Swords most definitely is bringing some phase of something to an end. There is definitely a test going on here. Pyramid always brings tests, but it's almost like it has an initiation kind of energy, like you are going through an ordeal of some kind, and you are finishing something up. So there's some kind of cycle in your life that is definitely coming to an end with this new moon. And this is saying that you are going to be able to, that you just basically understand that there's a test going on here. And if you hang tight, you will make it through. This is always good news eventually. But right now there could be, this is you can see by the whole energy of this card. That's called the Ruin card. This doesn't mean you're ruined, but it does mean that there may be just something coming very much to an end. And this could be a trying situation for at least a short period of time. But again, that may be why you're getting the 7 of Wands in the 1st house, because the 7 of Wands here would be saying, you need to stand your ground in something. Maybe there's going to be somebody else trying to influence you or a situation. Okay, 9th house is Sagittarius energy. This has to do with expanding your horizons. So it has to do with higher education. It has to do with higher learning, philosophy, spirituality, religion, things like that. And also potentially legal matters as well. And also long distance travel is a particular thing of this house. So we have the Priestess with the Crook and Flail. Crook and Flail does suggest legal issues. This is definitely a very strong legal card. So I don't know. There could be something going on for you that is legal in nature. So if you do have a court case or you have something coming up where you are concerned about the legal outcome, this could indicate, Priestess often indicates things that are hidden and have not been revealed yet. But this would suggest that this is usually a good omen of victory or success with a legal matter. So this is a very good omen if you do have a court case going on right now. But the Priestess, I feel like when this card comes up there, again, like I'm seeing the Seven of Swords over here. So this could have to do with a legal partnership of some kind for some people. There's definitely this sense here of something not being revealed, somebody not telling you something about a situation. So again, this could have to do with a legal matter. It could have to do with something having to do with education, like if somebody's in college. This could have to do with some administrative thing that you don't know about. Or, I don't know, maybe somebody's keeping their grades from you. I mean, I don't know. There's a whole lot of possibilities here because it's, again, general reading for the sign. So you need to take it as it resonates. But there's the sense of things that are waiting to be revealed that are still behind the veil right now. So it's quite possible you don't have all the information, but Crook and Flail also tends to represent the truth. So I think the truth will come out at some point in whatever this situation is. 10th house is Capricorn energy. That's your energy. And this is the house of fame, reputation, work, success. And you have fire with the Four of Pentacles or Four of Discs. Now, Four of Discs is called the Power card. Now, there's two possible inflections to this card. One is that you are laying a very solid and secure foundation for something. You are setting up certain boundaries. But the negative side of this card is that you may be hanging on to something too tightly that you need to let go of. You may need to loosen those boundaries in order to allow new things to come in. But nonetheless, the fire indicates a need to liberate yourself from something or to purify a particular situation, to get rid of what's toxic, what's not needed anymore. But this may necessitate that you let go of something, okay? I think there's a tendency here, just like this Seven of Wands here, there seems to be this sense that related to a job or career or something, that there's a tendency to hang on. Maybe you're feeling there's a reason that you need to, burn it all down and move on, but you may be reluctant to give up whatever security you think is provided here. But this card is telling you that more is to be gained by letting go than by hanging on. Okay, 11th house is Aquarius energy. This has to do with friendships and your goals, your hopes and wishes, and your networks. Okay, so we've got Queen of Wands and we've got Nephthys. Okay, so Nephthys, again, it's really strange. You've got all of these elements of stuff that is hidden. So again, I don't know if this is a partnership with a friend, somebody in your network. It's not entirely clear. I mean, hopefully it's clear to you. Or if it's relating to a hope or a wish, this could be saying something's not ready to happen yet. Like the circumstances have not come together for whatever you're trying to manifest yet. So that would coincide with this pyramid energy of hang tight, we're not quite there yet. But you have it with the Queen of Wands. So this is very strong fire energy. This could be a person. Queen of Wands person could be a fire sign person. So that would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It could be just somebody who is very fiery in temperament, somebody maybe who is a blonde or a redhead, or possibly somebody with dark hair, but take it as it resonates. But the Queen of Wands is somebody who is very strong and very take charge. People either like the Queen of Wands or they hate her usually. But this is, and again, it doesn't even have to be a female, but there's somebody with this very, very strong energy. And it's interesting because this house is right up opposite the Prince of Wands, who is like the king. So we do have the King and Queen of Wands. So I don't know. It just feels like there's a situation here where we've got, I don't know. There's this very, very strong fire energy going on, and maybe this has to do with multiple people who are coming in with regard to a job situation or something else. But again, there's a sense here that whatever's going on, or whoever it's going on with, or even if this is you just saying, I'm going to go out and I'm going to be visible, I'm going to take charge, I'm going to do my thing. this card would indicate that, there's still something hidden and yet to be revealed here. Okay, 12th house has to do with Pisces and Pisces energy. And Pisces is the house of the what's not shown, what's hidden, what we might be afraid of, what we might be worried about unconsciously rather than consciously, or it's in contrast to the first house, which is what we're showing people. This is what we're not showing people, okay? And you have adjustment and you have Chthonia. So adjustment is about balance. This is also about truth. So again, there's this idea of this hidden truth somewhere. And again, you have this strong female energy that's either associated with the Empress, but I could also see it being related to this Queen of Wands energy. There's something, I don't know, there's something here that is either waiting to be revealed or something that maybe you're worried about. If you are actually in a legal situation, like we see Crook and Flail up here, if you do have a legal matter that is pending, there may be worries about that because adjustment is the same as justice, and that is a card that that usually has to do with legal affairs, potentially. If it doesn't have to do with legal affairs, it just has to do with knowing the truth of a particular situation. And Chthonia is, again, this could be fears around a particular person, like a woman, being it's the feminine card. But this also could be just generally, I feel like, unconscious concerns about security in a situation as well. For some of you in a relationship situation, I'm just looking at the Seven of Swords over here. There may be worry that there's another woman involved if this is a woman looking at this reading. So I don't know. Again, take it as it resonates. It's more of a worry. But the fact that we have this here over in the relationship house, if that is the situation for you, this does seem to indicate truth coming to light. We see that truth over here. But this also indicates being able to overcome difficulties. So yeah, so we'll see what that means and what that resonates as for you. Overall, yeah, we have the moon. There's a lack of clarity this week. This just feels like we're very confused about where we're going. And you have it with Bastet, which the thing that these two cards have in common, this is a card of intuition, as well as happiness, joy, relaxing, being playful, enjoying yourself. But this is definitely a card of going with your intuition. So the fact that these two are here side by side are telling me that your intuition is going to be more of a guide this week than your logical mind, because you don't have all the facts yet. Let your instincts, whatever your instincts are guiding you towards, that's what you want to pay attention to this week. Okay, that's it for your reading this week, Capricorn. I hope you have a wonderful week coming up. I hope everything, like I said, you've got some really great financial omens here, so fingers crossed that's something that's going to work out. And legal matters also look good if that's something that you're dealing with. So I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time.